Okay, people, today we're going to be rebuilding the kx250, the forbidden 250. But first, we gotta tackle the KIPS valve. Alright, so for the pieces that are in this system, there's too many to really show. I got a whole bag here full of pieces that haven't been cleaned yet. But all these pieces, I've ran them through the wire wheel, and this is as good as I can get them. So, for the most part, let's get this stuff done and I'll show you how to do this. Alright, so right here what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pin here, lube it up with this, and I'm going to put it through these two pieces. The pin goes right through this system here, and I'll show you how this goes into the exhaust port there. Okay guys, what you're going to want to do here is you're going to want to drop that piece in there. That little slot goes right at these bolt holes. What you're going to do is line up your power valves. Make sure you know what power valve goes on which side. And this little slot opening right here, you're going to want to point this towards the middle. And just drop it down in there. Maybe you have to wiggle it a little bit to get it fully seated. I already got this guy fully seated. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this. I'm just going to push it through, but while I push it through, I'm going to be lifting on this power valve, making sure not to pull it out all the way. So I'll be back here in a minute. Alright, so this was quite a bitch, but I got my power valve together, and sadly I couldn't really record putting it together because the lines are so fucked up. I couldn't line up anything correctly, so I literally had to go through this entire system and make sure that it's all timed right. But as I push it in, everything's closed. As I pull it out,
the compile.
Everything's pretty
Who
good.
hit the compile?
And yeah, I got company here. That's why you can hear these people. You can hear yeah, that's the 4x4 kid right there. You don't see that kid much on YouTube anymore.
I have a Bronco.
A giant moth.
And
I'll sell one to you for $3,500.
But yeah, for the most part, this is pretty much how a KIPS valve works. Pull it out, she opens wide open, close it, she's closed.
Yeah, she does.
Shut the fuck up. Alright, so what you guys are going to want to do for this rebuild is, obviously, you don't want to stick a dry bearing inside the rod, and let alone have it ride on the wrist pin, which I have sitting inside the piston right here. Just going to take a little lube, I'm just going to go through the bearing as such. You don't want to use too much, but obviously you can't go wrong with a lot, because this is as much oil as this bearing is going to see in its life. So, just going to stick that right in there for now. Now, another good thing is make sure the arrow faces the exhaust side. I've seen a lot of people make this mistake. It can be very detrimental to your engine, whether it be 2-stroke or 4-stroke. Always make sure that the exhaust side is facing the exhaust. I've actually made a few mistakes like that in the past. So yeah. Now I'm just going to try and find the rod hole as such, and for the next clip, I'll just put the wrist pin in while the camera's off, and I'll put the rings on while the camera's off as well. But for now, that's going to do us just fine. Okay guys, this is just a little quick tip. Before you install your cylinder, especially if it's newly honed, what you want to do is, you can see the cross hatching on this. I just got this recently redone. I'm just dipping my finger in a little bit of mix, or the oil that I'm going to run into this bike. I'm going to keep running this oil in my bike because I've had nothing but good luck with it, and I very strongly support the products of Klotz. I'm just running my fingers along the cylinder walls, getting some of the oil into those the grooves cut inside the cylinder for honing. You just want to lubricate the cylinder so the rings that I installed are not going to catch against the cylinder wall, because the person that had this before me didn't lubricate the cylinder, the piston caught, and horrible things happened. The bike still ran, it just didn't run to its full potential. So, yeah, there's a quick tip. Alright guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to slide the piston into the cylinder. Now, a key thing to properly rebuilding your engine is the little pins that are inside this piston. You probably can't see it, but whatever. Lighting issues, we're only in my garage, so whatever, got to deal with it. There's another pin on this side. Always make sure that the piston ring is seated in those pins. You gotta press the piston rings down so they're a little bit more closed, as I'm doing here, and we're gonna slide the cylinder onto the piston like so. And this may be a little tricky, but after a little bit of finagling, she'll get right on there. And make sure the cylinder's straight. Come on, get in there. Like I said, it's going to take a little bit of massaging. Alright, cock the cylinder a little bit that way. And for now, should just be able to lower the whole cylinder onto the top end, like so. Oh, of course we're hitting the studs, so it's got to be harder than it really is. And should just be able to manipulate it. I may have to take the head stay off fully.
I think you have to.
Alright.
Your storage is almost full, by the way.
Alright.
You
Alright, so we got the head stay moved forward, and a little bit of finagling, and she should just seat right on. If we can get the studs lined up, which, of course, is not going to happen because the rest of the head stay is here. So, as I drop that bolt and make a mockery of this bracket. For some reason, when I took the cylinder off, this was not a problem, but of course now it's going to be a problem since I'm making a video, so be happy that I'm making this video for you guys. My friends are here helping me. This person that's helping me is that 4x4 kid. The person recording right now has multiple YouTube channels. I'm not sure which one he wants to use, but I will tag it in the description. And come on. I know you want to go on there. I know you want to go on there. Yeah, like I said, it's going to take a little finagling. And this sucks. Alright. Here, why don't you hold the cylinder while I do it?
There we go. Alright.
Oh, maybe it's the coolant tube? Oh, yeah, it was the coolant tube blocking it. Look at that. Come on. These 250 heads are notorious for being like this. So if you have a problem with your 250 head that's just like this, there's going to be no surprise. But for now, we're going to seat these nuts down, just snug them for now. And later on, I'll show you guys what torque spec they're torqued to, and also get to torquing the head as well. So I won't leave those tips out for you guys, don't worry, I got you. Alright guys, so this is just a little update on what I got. I got the head here, head's ready to go on. I just gotta grab the gasket and she'll be ready to put on. 4x4 kid, he's got the reeds, he's about to start putting them on. And yes, I run V-Force 3s, and the low end on this thing is immaculate because of those. Just saying. By the way, the oil that I am running in this is the Beanol Clots. Yeah, this stuff is great. And I'm running Cam 2 in this. This isn't your regular 93 runner. This is Cam 2 by far, especially because the carb. It's got a 2mm stroker crank. And this thing's touched. That's all I can say. But yeah, that's just a little update for you guys. Hey guys, I'm getting the head torque down right now. Got my torque wrench. The torque spec on this is 25 foot-pounds. remember to always torque that middle bolt. People love to not torque it down. Next thing you know, your bike's burning coolant and you're screaming at yourself as to why that's happening. Seen many of people do it, and a lot of YouTube videos actually show that that was the problem with someone's motorcycle. So, this is another quick update. I believe these are 12 foot-pounds. I'm gonna have to check again, but it's just a little update, so there you guys go. Okay guys, we're pretty much done the rebuild. We got everything buttoned up, like the coolant hoses. My buddy here got the carb all in place, the air boot and everything's hooked up, throttle's hooked up, and yeah, it's pretty much how you do the top end. I'm not really sure if I want to do a video on how to put the pipe on, because it's pretty simple, but in the comments leave whether you'd like to see that or not. So yeah, this is that's how you put a 250 together. And yeah, like this video, subscribe, do whatever you want. More videos to come just like this.
You were in shop today.
Hey guys, I got the head gasket on. I'm about to I'm gonna snug the head down here. Once again, just a little update. He's still working on the reeds. You know how wrenches and sockets and stuff love to run away from you.
These are probably one of the best wrenches that you can possibly get.
Yeah, it's the ratchet type. Kind of jealous, but whatever. So I'm gonna set the head down here. By the way, this is just my personal preference. I love to have the head gaskets like the way that they're set. I love to have the bumps going upwards. My personal experience, it gives it a better seal. So yeah, that's it.